Jess, it's fantastic to meet you. You are a trader with FTUK for just under 2 weeks now, and you've already put your first request in for a payout. $4,350 is the profit share with a 20% boost on that. It's an instant funding account. First up, and I ask everybody this all the time because you are a gold trader, so give me the reasons why. What is it about gold that makes it so appealing to trade?
I got introduced to trading through trading gold, so it's always been just something to try and master. It's been a bit of a love-hate relationship, I'm sure. Most people that trade gold would feel the same, but I just think the reward is significant enough to carry on trying to master it. And I enjoy being in a space now where I can understand it a lot better.
What is your story then? How long have you been active in markets? Have you worked with any other prop firms before? What is that backstory that's led to that kind of a performance?
I've been trading for about 2.5 years. I would say the first year probably not really taking it seriously, and I imagine probably just following the same path that most rookie traders follow, making lots of mistakes, getting lucky here and there, and not really learning too much about trading itself, and also not really understanding the psychology of it, which is the biggest part actually. But yeah, I have had a couple of prop firms before, failed them miserably. Been quite a long time actually since I've had a prop firm, and the reason that I ended up going for a prop firm this time was because I wanted to just sort of prove to myself I'm in a different space now with trading, taking it a lot more seriously. I think I can quite easily maintain the set of conditions that you guys look for, and actually I find it quite helpful. So I'm trying to be more disciplined, I'm trying to be more consistent. So not every prop firm is the same, but obviously you guys have a system that I can understand. Some people probably actually really don't like it, but for me I need something to keep me consistent and a bit more disciplined. So I've actually quite enjoyed the setup that FTUK have.
It's quite surprising actually how many people say things like that, because a lot of prop firms, obviously prop firms will put rules around stuff and they will be slightly different, and it depends on how you want to do it. We try to give people prop accounts where they can tailor it a little bit however they want to trade depending on what program. So you mentioned like consistency a couple of times there. Where's the breakthrough come for you? Is it the structural element that the working with the prop firm has been able to give you, or is there something else that you've managed to repair psychologically that's made the biggest difference?
Having a prop firm with a set of conditions does definitely help, but it's definitely been an emotional, a psychological journey for me, if I'm being completely honest. I think probably a lot of people are in the same position, but I've made all the same mistakes that you go through before you get to the point of like, okay, I need to stop doing this thing because I'm just getting the repeated results that I don't like. So I've been trying to change that over time. It's really hard. I think people don't quite understand how difficult it is to overcome those things. And I think the more you've done them as well, the harder it is to kind of break through it. But I found that I think being a bit more open about trading, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. My partner's very supportive, and also is learning to trade himself. So we can share a lot of the same experiences and also keep each other quite accountable in the process, which is something, trading can be quite a lonely place. So it's nice to be able to have that. And I've just learned to embrace the failure of it and learned that it's not something to be ashamed of. It's something that is necessary to success. So I've had to overcome kind of the feelings of like not feeling good and not being able to do it and all that kind of stuff to get to the point where I'm like, no, I actually can do it. This is not going to be forever. That's an amazing point that you make, that you said that your partner does it as well, because one of the things with trading is we do it in isolation. It takes someone who understands what you're going through to really understand it. So when you've had a bad day in the markets, quite often your family or the people that surround you, your friends, they can be a bit
confused as to what's they don't understand. You say, oh, well, does this happen, and you're really so involved in the market and things are going wrong, and it takes somebody who understands what that cycle looks like to be able to empathize with you properly. So they say trading becomes more than the money and more than the actual learning of the markets and the economics and the skills and all of that stuff, and it becomes this sort of, it starts to encroach in all of these other areas of your life. So you've obviously found that very supportive, that you've got a partner that is actually giving you, that understands what you're going through.
And also just telling me to kind of, like I said, be okay with failing at things. It's actually okay to fail. It's natural to fail, and it's something that we should be actually proud of. The fact that we're in a position to fail at something is something we should embrace it, like I said. But I definitely have not been very forthcoming about trading in my friendship circles, maybe with like really close friends, but even with family, I've not been that forthcoming with it, just because I don't really want to hear a lot of people have a negative view of trading for various reasons, and just different types of people in the industry that give it that reputation. So I've tried to kind of almost protect myself from that outside view to give myself the best chance of making it work.
That's absolutely, it's such an important point, because ultimately your success is going to come from the confidence that you develop, and you don't feel that you've got that support behind you, then it makes the journey so much harder. And you're right, people don't understand it, but failure is important. It's as much as important as the success. And plus as well, when you do get a payout like this, over $4,000, it shows you that the failure was worth going through to get where you want to go.
I'm definitely seeing I'm reaping the rewards of all of that now. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Feels good.
So let's get into the account itself. Well, I've got some statistics written down. Your performance is particularly impressive. Only just under 2 weeks. Your longest trade was 13 hours. What I thought was particularly impressive was your hit rate. Your winning percentage was 80%. Your best trade was $1,000, and your worst trade was $243. So the balance of risk to reward there is absolutely beautiful. Is that a product of the way that gold has been working for you at the moment? Take us through the basics of what you can describe about your strategy, and how you've managed to come up with a formula that's given you that level of consistency.
It's not always that way, and it was a particularly good week, but I have learned to I have a strategy that I follow, and I have learned to spot when that strategy is more likely to play out than others. So I have a lot of confidence in trusting my strategy. So I think some of those trades, they might have been in drawdown for a while. Not necessarily a lot of drawdown, some more than others, but I do trust my strategy, and I accept if it goes to stop loss. I'm quite good at letting it do what it needs to do, and accepting that some days that means we're going to be in it for quite a while, and others we're not. So I think it's understanding. I've got a good understanding of gold. I'm definitely not an expert, but it's the only thing I've worked with in trading. So, and I've done this every day for the last 2.5 years. So it's a combination of just experience and having a strategy that I trust.
Tell me through your process of analysis. Are you waking up in the morning and you are straight on the charts? Are you planning your trades at the weekend? Are you because it's all intraday work? So how are you juggling that? Obviously, you've got a busy full-time job as well and a family. So how are you incorporating all of that to actually make sure that you're crystal clear and you're calm in the way that you're executing your trades?
So I do look at higher time frame analysis. So I do tend to only trade sort of the 15-minute. With some other confluence, but I do look at higher time frame to try and understand the direction, which is not always clear. My trades are quite short term, and there's usually a pip amount that I go for rather than a profit amount as such. So I can be quite confident I can gain that pip movement from my strategy. But yeah, I do tend to. Again, me and my partner, we're both trying to trade. So he's very good at in the evening kind of looking at gold and how it's behaved and performed in the day and what we kind of may expect from the next day. But we do trade very, very differently. So we actually don't really discuss our strategies too much to avoid the confusion and to avoid kind of bias that you don't need and things like that. So yeah, we do some analysis, and not very heavy from my side anymore. I'll be honest, it's more... Is my strategy there? Yeah. Is it showing up? Is the signal there for me to take?
Yeah, that's another interesting point as well, is that you can give people the exact same strategy, the same amount of money, the same exposure to the markets, the same timeframes, and they'll always come up with completely different results. Yeah. So it just shows you how personal, individualistic the entire thing is. Okay, so it's an amazing performance. How has your journey with FTUK been? How's the experience been working with FTUK so far?
It's been good. I spent a lot of time trying to understand the rules. I definitely asked a lot of questions in the Discord, which I'm sure are very annoying at times. But I think just from experience with prop firms, that's really the first thing you should be doing. If you're going to spend the money on it, just take a bit of time to understand what the rules are so that you can use them to your advantage rather than be kind of stumped by them later. And yeah, I found it actually just quite a good system. I basically created a spreadsheet using the consistency calculation to understand how much I could make every day without tipping the balance too much. So I did steadily increase my target per day, but to still keep me within that 20% consistency score. So I think it was about 6 days that I bought it within the 20%.
Well, it's obviously working very well for you, and long may it continue. What's the vision? Where are you going with this? What is your plan?
So the plan is, I'm a contractor at the moment. So the idea is to give up my day job essentially to just do trading full time. I've tried it before, failed, if I'm honest, and I have been sort of back and forth with that thought process, but I'm in a position now where I'm consistently trying to do the same things every day. And again, using FTUK is helping with that too. Yeah, the idea is to just have the freedom to go wherever I want and be whoever I want, really. It's
your own destiny is absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's
the goal.
It's the reason why most people get into trading in the first place anyway. You know, they see the potential, you know, so it's very, very good to hear. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time, Jess. It was really good to meet you, and congratulations on the payout. We'll get all of that all sorted today for you. And we hope to see you at FTUK for a long time into the future. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick. Nice to meet you.
You too.